What's up, y'all? Cam and Chris back again with another one. This time we got a video about Bkandzmb3z. This one is, did he catch 3 bodies? The crazy story is a rising Crip rapper.
Okay. All right, we're gonna see,
Like,
right? Because that's what he's supposed to be. Is this what he's supposed to be in jail for?
I don't know. You start this video straight to it, huh, people? All right, let's see.
Rising rapper, Bkandzmb3z. Bkandzmb3z grew up in Stockton, and if you know of Stockton, you know how dangerous and gang-infested Stockton, California has been for decades, making it hard not to be affiliated with a gang or several gangs and cliques. Bkandzmb3z himself grew up with a family of gang members, so affiliations came early. Even though he was affiliated with gangs early, Bkandzmb3z, like most kids in the hood, had sports dreams, and Bkandzmb3z was an athlete. He played football and basketball at Chavez High School in Stockton. Bkandzmb3z later transferred to Edison High School, hoping to get a scholarship. Bkandzmb3z was evaluated as a quick true point guard with a good jumper, but Bkandzmb3z hoop dreams wouldn't work out, and he didn't receive a scholarship. Like most people when their sports dreams fail, Bkandzmb3z started dabbling in the streets more. He fully embarked on a life in the streets and a life of crime. Bkandzmb3z graduated high school in 2017, but by 2018, he was a full-fledged gang member. He was affiliated with the Muddy Boys, a Crip set on the south side of Stockton, who you may know from rappers like MB And also another Crip set he was affiliated with was the Fly Boys. Bkandzmb3z's first documented arrest came in 2018 when police conducted a traffic stop in May of 2018 near California and 5th Street. They arrested a 19-year-old Bkandzmb3z and another man on suspicion of weapons and drug charges. Police said after they stopped to search the vehicle and found a loaded gun and drugs and evidence of drug sales. And Bkandzm's run-ins with the law never stopped. In August of 2019, 3 suspects including Bkandzmd3z were arrested after one of the 3 men allegedly pulled a gun out on the car as they drove down West March Lane. The motorist told police he was driving on March Lane around 2:45 p.m. That's when another vehicle pulled alongside of him and pointed a gun at him. No shots were fired. Police responded to the scene where they found the suspect vehicle and detained Bkandzmd3z and the 2 other men. Police searched the vehicle and they also found firearms and also packaged weeds for sale. Bkandzmd3z, who was 20 by this time, was held on $450,000 bail. He was charged with the suspicion of 5 felonies, including the possession of controlled substance for sale, possession of a controlled substance while armed with a loaded firearm, possession of a large capacity magazine, and also carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle. By 2020, the Stockton Police Department announced the success of Operation Kryptonite, which aimed at disrupting criminal street gangs in the city of Stockton. The ongoing investigation, which began in June of 2020, resulted in 55 search warrants, 38 recovered firearms, $40,000 being seized, and
55 search warrants. That's 55 residents that they going in. Like, do they get search warrant for your car? Is that like a separate search warrant, you think?
I believe you're supposed to. When they be like, do you mind if we look in your car? If you say no, they can get a search warrant.
I know, but do you need, like,
guess
if you got a search warrant for him, do that count for all? You could search all.
If the house is, if the car is on his property, then you don't need. I don't think you need a separate.
Oh.
So I don't think you need a separate search warrant, as long as the car is on the property of the house.
and 34 people being arrested. And Bkandzmb3z was one of those arrested gang members. Bkandzmb3z was arrested for EDD fraud, identity theft, illegal firearm transfers, and selling. Bkandzmd3z was arrested for EDD.
Is that TC Low?
Wait, well, is that?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
go.
MB now.
Who else you see? You know anybody else? like we know all them.
Dang,
Look at his picture though. He look
young. Damn. Who is that? His grandfather? Because he's 70.
Well, they say his family. He got a long line.
That's what people be. I mean, like, you grow up in this.
You grow up in it.
People, and then they expect people to have a normal life. No.
Wow.
Your whole family in it, man. You in it.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, 23. She. That's cap. She ain't 43. Let's go though.
EDD fraud, identity theft, illegal firearm transfers, and selling narcotics, and also gang enhancements.
Dubbed it Operation Kryptonite Takedown after serving 55 search warrants in gun trafficking to EDD fraud.
Being in the streets got Bkandzmd3z a lot of jail time, dead homies, and even getting shot. With all the crimes that Bkandzmd3z committed over the years, he would do a prison stint. By this time, Stockton's rap scene began to take off and get noticed. You had several rappers doing their thing in Stockton, from the likes of Haiti Baby, Young Slobey, MB and the whole EBK collective. Muddy Boy rapper MB would even collab on a song with Young Slobey and EBK Young Jock. At first, both sides didn't have any beef or any type of animosity, with them being from the same side of town, just blocks away, it was easy for them to do a collab. But that would later change, and the EBK crew hailing from Nightingale and the Fly Boys and the Muddy Boys would develop a full-on beef that became addressed on records and in the streets, with bodies dropping on both sides. By the time Bands got out of prison, his homies from Fly Boys and Muddy Boys had lost their lives to the war, and on the other side being Nightingale, they faced the same outcome, and disses and raps became the norm in Stockton, with both sides going hard at each other in songs, dissing each other's hoods, and also each other's dead homies. You had rappers like Young Slowby, EBK Young Jock, EBK J-Bo, EBK Trey B, and EBK Lebo, among others taking shots at the Fly Boys and the Muddy Boys on songs at almost every chance they got on record. And the EBK movement became one of the biggest movements in California, with just having EBK in your name or being affiliated with them, you was racking up views. The Fly Boy and the Muddy Boy side had MB Nail, but most of their rappers didn't get attention like the other side. But it was time for Bands to make a stamp in the game. On May 3rd, 2024, Bands would release his first song ever, being The Flyest Crip. And the song The Flyest Crip would make an immediate impact.
What year?
Bands would go on about his street life in the song.
Wait, what year his first song come out?
On May 3rd, 2024, Bands would release his first song ever, being The Flyest Crip. And the song The Flyest Crip would make an immediate impact. Bands would go on about his street life in the song, even making statements that he shot 3 people. He acknowledged his Crip affiliation. Bands even dissed another well-known Stockton rapper in the song from the west side of Stockton, from a gang called the Lewis Park Bloods. Being rapper Bkandzmb3z, Bands stated he didn't have any bodies. Just weeks later, after the attention he gained from
that Bkandzmb3z is the one with the glasses and had a mullet.
Oh,
well,
yeah?
he did. I don't know if he still got it. But you know, he was on the first song we did with Javid 29.
Oh, yeah.
That was Bkandzmb3z.
That, okay.
And Javid 29.
Yeah, because that's when we was like, he looked like he the terror.
Yeah. Then next one we saw with his haircut looking all innocent, like, come on, man.
the song The Flyest Crip, Bands would drop the song The Real Boogeyman, which The Boogeyman was a song named for one of EBK J-Bo's biggest songs. In Band's song, he went straight after whole EBK, after several diss songs they made at deceased Flyboy and Muddy Boy members. By August of 2022, rapper Young Slowby was murdered.
Would be his last post on his verified Instagram profile. Rapper Young Slowby is seen visiting a Stockton business where his sweatshirts and t-shirts were sold. The shop's owner says outside that shop Friday morning, people were waiting to purchase Young Slowby merch.
All today, I just been listening to his music. Just like sad, honestly. Super sad.
This young fan, who asked that we not show his face on camera, appreciated the rapper's music about Stockton.
He rapped about like the streets, basically, like how it is out here, growing up out here, like the struggle.
Fans saying Young Slowby often connected with them around town.
So he was super humble to the whole community. That's why a lot of people liked him. A lot of people liked him because like his music, and he was super humble. Like he never tried to act like he was like better than anybody.
Happy to sign autographs and talk with people who loved his music.
So in a Real Boogeyman song by Bands, in his first verse, he raps they left Buddy dead, caught him walking out the house, thought it was time out. Slowby ran, and he got tired out. Bands goes on to say J-Bo making all these diss songs in Vegas trying to hire it out. All that fly K, now your brother really fly down. EBK Osama, J-Bo's blood brother, was killed in Sacramento.
Sacramento police investigating a shooting this morning.
Now, CBS 13's Dave Grasshoff is live near Riverside Boulevard. Dave, any more information coming down this hour?
No, still waiting to find out exactly what happened here. I can tell you, though, that they have part of Riverside, or I should say 43rd Avenue block near Riverside. Yeah, there's a string of apartment complexes. This seems to have taken place in between John Fur and Valine Court.
Bands then goes on to say he doesn't claim 3 gangs. He is not Leak. EBK Leak had accusations of him claiming several gangs before he started claiming Nightingale. Bands continues by calling EBK Trey B a pedo after Trey B had accusations pinned against him. In another verse, Bands says J-Bo making diss songs and goes out of town. Then he goes on to diss his brother EBK Osama by saying EBK Osama died of rat and y'all still tripping. Before his death, EBK Osama had for years had rumors that he snitched. Bands then mentions how EBK lost back-to-back members in 24 hours, with EBK Mando dying the same time point as EBK Osama.
Following a shooting early this morning. It happened around 1:30 off of North Pershing Avenue. Police say when they arrived on scene, they found a 22-year-old man was shot. He died at the scene.
Bands continues in the song talking about all the bodies he caught. Then this is EBK Young Jock, mentioning him getting his chain took and Freeway Donnie leaving him, walking away to get robbed. Bands started putting up big numbers every song he dropped. This led to him having an interview on No Jumper, where he went on to discuss his origins and his beef with EBK.
Okay, how do you feel about the narrative that I believe a lot of the fans are invested in, which is that you basically entered the scene and started rapping to do battle with EBK?
Definitely not. Y'all see what I got on my face?
The trophy. Oh, on the other side, yeah.
What did I say?
2,900K.
What is it? What is the top?
Above that, it's got a W.
With what in it?
It's like a W with bullet holes.
How many?
3.
Okay.
What?
Bands will go on to drop songs Mr. Tiptoe, Grab Gang, Spaz Out, and The Big 8, which all did numbers and got him a
but
deal.
That still I don't refute what he said, because he said you got into rapping to beef with them. He didn't say you started beefing with them just when you started rapping.
No, just did you see the tattoo is what he said. Don't worry about none of that. Look at this. Right.
Tiptoe, Grab Gang, Spaz Out, and The Big 8, which all did numbers and got him a deal with Priority Records. In October 2024, Operation Boogeyman was in full effect. In total, 65,000 narcotics, 36 handguns, 14 rifles, and 1 shotgun was seized. Officers also made 74 arrests, and bands will be arrested in that operation.
The press conference took place here at the Stockton Police Department's administration building, and despite law enforcement officials opening themselves up to questions, many questions were left on the table.
If violence is brought to our neighborhoods, there will be accountability.
Operation Boogeyman.
It specifically targeted some of our most violent street gangs, which were responsible for homicides and several shootings throughout the county.
But which gangs and cases?
I'm not going to give them the honor or space to acknowledge those gangs, but they know.
Bands would eventually get bail and be fighting the case on the streets. As he returned, he dropped the song Head Tap Music. But on January 11, 2025, Bands would be rearrested, but this time for a murder that happened almost 6 years earlier in 2019.
Oh.
Elijah Johnson, who was 22, was a Lewis Park Blood. He was killed around 12:01 p.m. on July 27, 2019. He was standing outside his grandmother's home when a person shot him. According to the Stockton Police Department, Elijah was in critical condition when he was rushed to the hospital. He would later die from his injuries. Witnesses described the suspect as a Hispanic male, adult in his early 20s, approximately 6 feet tall, with a thin build. The suspect was last seen wearing a dark hooded sweatshirt, dark sweatpants with yellow stripe, and also black shoes, and photos were later released of the suspect. It took police almost 6 years to determine that Bands was a suspect in a murder. With Bands' image and what he raps about, and also his past with the law enforcement, he faces life. A lot of rappers are rap cap, but from the outside looking in, he raps about murder and violence, and he may be living up to.
So they didn't just figure that was him from that. They must have been doing some more.
Yeah, they probably got people talking.
Right, or is it
6 years? They probably talk
years.
to all kind of people. People in jail.
I mean, because just from that, thin, 6 feet, Hispanic.
Right.
He on the hood. They
I'm saying
describe
there's
his
probably
whole
a million
outfit.
of them,
right, like
that do describe him too.
Right, but so it got to be more than just that.
Yeah.
What he raps about, but his raps give him a lot of negative attention, putting him in indictments and also situations that cost him his freedom. Band's case is still fresh, and he may fight this case in jail for a while. He was already out on bail, so he probably won't get bail again in this situation. And this situation is to be determined.
Well, in this case, this 6 years later, it's not like he got out and did another crime. Y'all charged him from something from 6 years ago, so it's not like he did something after he got bail. Y'all charged him with something new.
No, well, you gotta think about he out on bail from the whole big old bust,
big case,
the Boogeyman case.
Yeah.
So now he got that. Now he was able to get bail for that, and he gonna fight. He was supposed to, I guess, fight the case out of jail. Right. But now you got rearrested. That what they saying? So now they ain't gonna give him another bail. They gave you one bail, and now you got rearrested.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm saying, I think if I get out on bail and then commit a crime, I shouldn't get another bail. But if I'm out on bail, I did nothing wrong recently. You charged me for something back then.
Well,
I should be able to get out on bail on that too. No, because that's something old. It ain't
because since that murder, you didn't got arrested 2 more times.
But
you lucky you got away if he did.
Right, if he did
it, you lucky you got away with it at that time. And since then, instead you sitting back and saying, I ain't getting enough.
6 years.
I got a record deal. I ain't about to get in no other trouble. I'm gonna sit back. I got away with that murder. Let me sit back.
6 years later, they ain't got nothing.
6 years later, then why bring it?
That's
what
a damn
I'm saying.
Cold case right there. 6 years.
They gotta be something else. That's what I said. For them
unless
to
it
actually
got new, somebody snitch it now.
That's what I'm saying. They got something.
They got something. Yeah, it's always somebody gonna tell.
Now you know how they may go back and I don't know if you can 6 years later be like finding videos on some we tracked his phone. You can't do phone records.
Yeah, if they go back and be like, yeah, we
ran your prints.
And we found the prints from that case. I probably wasn't none.
No, but let's say they do. Now you know how now they go back and run your phone records from back then where you were at every moment of the day.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so you don't know what. And like you said, and maybe somebody talking. But so he got an actual record deal. He should at that point. I know it's hard, it's your hood, it's your people, but at some point you gotta be like, this is life. I'm about to change my life.
No, but that's the point. These dudes don't want to change their life. They like this life. They want to be. It ain't like they out here struggling.
You don't have to
making
keep
money,
it, but
making music.
You could be sitting back and just not being a part of what is really going on. You can still, you know what I mean? Like this is my family, this is my people. I gotta be here. We talk about people
who got sense, right?
Oh.
We ain't talking about somebody who out here shooting people anyway. It ain't like he on his block, they came trying to mess with them and he shot somebody. No, they out looking to shoot people. So, but it go tit for tat.
Well, I don't know what to say. Just that was a lot. That was a good little story put together.
Yeah, it was straight to the point.
It was straight to the point. He named a lot of people.
Buku.
Put a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, now it kind of broke down. Like, you got the MBs, you got the EBKs, and then you got the other EBK, because the EBK split up.
Right, that's what they said.
My head's smoking.
That's what I'm saying. I was still confused on who was who and who was with who and who used to be with who.
Right.
Who got with who. I don't know. All I know is people was getting shot. And he was dissing some everybody in his songs. Brothers.
Ops. Yeah.
Everybody.
You on the other side, you getting dissed.
And he came out of nowhere with he just came out of jail like, oh, we rapping now? I'm about to, here I go. Like, how did that happen? He wasn't even into, he was into basketball.
Some people got talent.
But who say you should, yeah.
I'm saying if the guy's rapping, wow, I'm going to try it.
Mm-hmm. And that's just how it go, huh? If you got money to get in the studio, that's how it happens.
I'm saying you gotta have, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look, thank y'all. Thanks for this video. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe.